In this video, I'm going to give you an idea of the course structure and discuss some of the stuff that's in the syllabus, including assessment and so forth. So the way this is going to work is that each week we will have a module that contains all the information for the course in it for that particular week. And this includes both the lecture videos, any possible readings, and then also quizzes and other assignments. So during this course, we'll cover a range of topics. So each of those, though, will be split in those modules, and I'll make sure that you guys know where we are and where to find the information within the module that we're on for that week. So for this first module, what I want to do is first of all getting a sense of who you guys are, and I've posted a brief discussion assignment for that. Discuss some of the course logistics, and then we're going to get started with some background as well. There's videos posted. We'll get to that in a minute. So first of all, when you go to the discussion forum, you'll see that there's a "Who are you people?" Thing posted where you can give me some background about yourself, just like I did in my introductory video. Your name, where you're from, any hobbies of interest, any job that you may have. And then to get an idea of your academic interest, it's always helpful for me to see what you guys are thinking, what you're interested in and so forth. So anything like that you are willing to share, please don't feel pressured, but anything you're willing to share, just put it out there. The course itself is largely based on the lectures that I give, and I don't have any questions and quizzes and tests that are not discussed in my actual lectures, but we do have a background textbook that covers those topics as well. And this textbook is actually written by my former PhD advisor, David Rosenbaum. It's called "It's a Jungle in There: How Competition and Cooperation in the Brain Shape the Mind." And you see it's from 2014. I did this on purpose because that means that you should be able to get it for pretty cheap. I mean, really, I wouldn't think you need to spend more than $10. You can go on a bunch of commercial websites, Amazon, Textbooks R Us, all of those have it. If you just put it in Google, you'll be able to find it as well and obtain it that way. Again, this is meant as a supplementary resource to read. All the topics in there I also discuss in my lecture videos. Now, let's get to the meat of this, because I know you guys always want to know this, and this influences how people study and learn. How are you being tested? So in total, the course has 300 points. 100 points are allocated for quizzes, so there will be 10 quizzes that will be posted in these modules. These are short quizzes, multiple choice, that just give you a sense as you go through the material of, making sure that you're getting it. Obviously, these are open book and they're not timed. You just got to make sure you complete them by the due date, and that should give you a sense of how you're doing. Then there are 3 reaction papers that each of you will write, worth 25 points each. And I'll say a bit more about that in a second. And then test-wise, we have 2 tests, 1 midterm and 1 final. Those 2 tests will be about the portion of the course, so the midterm about the first portion of the course, and then the final, I'm deciding whether that's going to be over the full course cumulatively or if it's just going to be over the second portion. I'll let you know what we're doing exactly when we get closer to that point. For the reaction papers, as I said, there will be a short paper that you will write. These papers will be based on short readings that I'm posting that are on top of the textbook, and these papers we will actually discuss during our meetings, our weekly meetings. So they'll be posted on Canvas. They all come from the journal Psych Science. They're recent papers, they're short papers, and they give you some decent sense of what is going on in the field of cognitive science at the moment. There will be 6 or 7 of those in total that we have a discussion about. You only need to write a response paper, a reaction paper for 3 of the 6 or 7. So not all of them, but 3 of them. So based on reading the paper and the discussion we'll have, you then submit a short paper, and those will be due after we've had the discussion. I'll make sure that you know what the due date is for each paper, and there will be included in the particular module that the paper is in. So the module itself each time will have a subpage with lecture videos. You should watch those. Those are my videos of explaining the material to you. Then there will be a quiz. And if there's a reaction paper, there will be that paper posted so that you can read it and a place to submit your reaction paper. That's the general structure. Now, in case you have questions, I've also set up a couple of different discussion fora on our Canvas page. And if you go on the page and you go to discussions, you'll see a couple of things. First of all, there is a forum here, a general discussion for general course questions to the instructor. So anything that's not clear to you, go there and post to me what your question is. And please be sure that if you have a question, it's probably the case that several of your other students have the same question as well. So please don't hesitate to ask any of the questions. The more we can get it cleaned up quickly and make sure everything is clear, the better this course will run. Then I also posted a general forum for students for you guys to discuss amongst yourselves. If there's anything you want to discuss, you can go there as well. That's more almost of like a chat room. And then I also posted a discussion part where you can post any non-course related announcements that may be of interest to other students. And this can be anywhere from knowing about some virtual event that's going on. Unfortunately, of course, for the fall, nothing will be on campus, but normally in my on-ground courses, I start my day off by asking people, is there anything going on campus that people should know about? Where do you get your free pizza and all of that? Now, that's a little bit different because of the online nature of this course, but I still want to make sure that if there's something of interest, and it could be something like, whatever Netflix show you just finished watching that you recommend, could be anything you can think of, you can go there and you can post it. Then you see that here's the first discussion I mentioned. You can go there to introduce yourself. And then the Zoom sessions here, I had a request for you to indicate which session you wanted to be in. So you'll see here in general that if you go to discussions, there's several ways of reaching me or your fellow students, and then for different kinds of purposes. So that's really where questions come in. Anything else, if there's still something unclear and you are not sure that you're getting the right answer, please never hesitate to email me, and I'll make sure that I get back and get a response to you as quickly as I can.